So Andrew Yang is still running, and the media is still trying to take him down. Still. I know I keep saying still a lot, but they still can't get him down. They're still trying to take him down. Now, there was a recent headline by Politico, one of the most disastrous, garbage, bullcrap reporting agencies, media organizations, garbage, just plain trash. All they do is, they fall in line and they help the establishment. That's all they're good for. So anyway, back to the story. They put out this headline of, Andrew Yang suggests everybody should commit violence against women. And if you read that, you're thinking, hey, you know what? Because a lot of people don't actually read into the story. They read the headline and they go, hey, Andrew Yang, really bad guy, dude. I'm probably not gonna vote for him because he said he would commit violence against women. Because America, we suck at research, right? Like, you see how they're doing it? So here's what happened. A voter came up to Andrew Yang. Andrew Yang was, I don't know if he was doing a town hall, but he was taught, the guy came up, said, hey, when you're doing bitches, do you keep your Timberlands on? Do you hold the neck of the bitch that you're doing? That's literally what the guy was saying. I'm paraphrasing, but that's literally what he said. And Andrew Yang's like, I think that depends on you and your partner. BDSM. Whatever. If you guys want to do that, that's okay. That's pretty much up to you. It's not up to me. And then the guy goes, hey, are you good with like choking your bitch? You're good with choking bitches? And Andrew Yang does, that laugh. That's literally what he does. He does that. He laughs, his little laugh, because he's feeling awkward. And he kind of motions for him to go. He takes a step back and goes, like, it's over. This interview's done. I'm not talking to you anymore. They took that and, oh my God, he's committing violence. No, he's reacting in real time to a question from a weirdo. A dude that just came up to him. It's not like Andrew Yang had prior knowledge. Mr. Yang, this dude's going to ask you about bitches and choking bitches, okay? No one said that. But the media is taking this. Oh my God. Violence against women. Now, that's the gist of the story. If you want to read it, you can go check it out. I don't want to put a garbage-ass piece on one of these videos, on one of my videos, because Politico doesn't represent me, and it doesn't represent real journalism. Real, authentic journalism. Actual journalism, right? And this is what the media did to... This is how they're treating Andrew Yang, because he's at the top of the polling, right? Remember, now let's look at his remember his presidential run. Let's take a look at what happened. They ignored him. They did what they tried doing to Bernie, but it was impossible. Because, when you had like 5 candidates in the Democratic race in 2015, and then like 3 of them drop out, how are you just going to pay attention to Clinton? No, you just can't do that. They probably would. But they tried, they couldn't. So what did they do to Andrew Yang? They misreported on him. They often didn't even write stories about him. They put the wrong graphic of Andrew Yang. It wasn't even him. The wrong face on a graphic. And it's a mistake. Nah, come on. Those media organizations, they make mistakes, but they pay attention to what the hell they do. But then they silenced his microphone, especially MSNBC, because, they're in the pocket of the Democratic establishment, MSDNC, and, they ignored him. They didn't ask him any questions. And unfortunately, it worked because he wasn't able to get into the mainstream. People, were anybody against Trump. That's what they were saying. But they couldn't see Andrew Yang for who he was. Right? And that was the problem. But now, right, he runs for mayor, and they can't ignore him anymore because he's got the most name recognition. Andrew Yang, he's got the most name recognition. Almost every video I've done of Andrew Yang, I've said that he's got the most video or name recognition, right? And now that he's at the top of the polls, now the media start, what's their next ploy? What's their next plan of action? Okay, well, we can't ignore him now because he's at the freaking top and no one's even close. Smear him. Smear him. Remember that piece they said, they went after him for his stance on circumcision. Then they went after him on, he's not Asian enough. Not Asian enough. Not embracing his Asian identity correctly. Because he didn't respond to the Georgia shootings of Asians in the community. Look, we all know that was an awful shooting. But they criticized him for that. And activists were saying, he's not embracing his Asian identity. AKA, not doing the stereotypes. Please, Andrew Yang, over. Do your stereotypes. And Andrew Yang's like, because that's how he laughs. Oh, God. And so, they tried doing that. And then they tried saying, before that, they had said, he's actually an endorser of the right wing. He's a right-wing nut job because he went on shows like Ben Shapiro, Dave Rubin, and Joe Rogan. Well, yeah, because the media keeps ignoring him. They don't say a damn thing about him. They won't have him on their programs. They won't do a town hall with him. They won't run positive stories about him. They won't even talk to him. So he has to go on independent media. Because you sons of bitches won't help him. And frankly, he don't need their asses. He doesn't. So you see the hit jobs they're running? He went and talked to right-wingers. But when corporate Democrats do that for war, for endless wars, deregulation of Wall Street, tax cuts for the rich, blowing up our environment and sending it to hell and causing bad shit to happen, then it's okay. Causing unfettered trade policies that don't help our American people, that benefit the rich and ravage the poor, then it's okay to talk to right-wingers if you're a Democrat, because if you're a corporate Democrat, because you're going to do what the rich want. But you went on a right-wing talk show and possibly getting more people to the Democratic Party. How dare you? And by the way, they said that Joe Rogan was so right-wing. The dude voted for Bernie. He was one of those swing voters who said, look, Trump's a freaking clown. I'm pretty much going to vote for Bernie. Hello. Just like the steel workers, just like farmers, just like auto workers and grocery store workers and teachers who went with Bernie, Joe went with Bernie. Now, look, he's got right-wing views with law and order and shit. And transgender and all that. I don't agree with him on that. But either way, right? And then they run another hit piece on him. Well, what was that one? I know I'm missing one. But either way, Maya Wiley says, we have dealt for 4 years with a president who has actively bragged and joked and bragged about sexually assaulting women. We can't have this in New York City, and the mayor's he's a mini Trump. And I did that video, and thank you so much to everybody for watching that. Thank you so much. It is at 58 views, so keep it coming. Keep it coming, baby. Yeah. Anyway, please keep it coming. So they did that. That was the most recent one that I covered. I didn't cover the Politico one because, just things happen. But, are you serious? This is what they've got to take him down. This is it. And look, you can hate Andrew Yang. You can love Andrew Yang. You cannot like him at all. You can love his policies or not. Andrew Yang, again, I'm going to say it over and over and over and over and over. He's not a policy guy. The thing that you have to realize is, he's got UBI. I love his policy on, I actually like his housing policy. Whereas, what is it? What's his name? Scott Stringer and Ray, I forgot his name is. Maya Wiley and all these people. I don't know how Mr. Yang is going to pay for UBI. $1,000 a month. That's so little. And Andrew Yang's like, to you, $200, $500, $1,000 may be too little because you live in a mega mansion. You take billions from Wall Street. You take billions from Citibank. You rob from the poor. You're the comptroller of the city. You make millions of dollars yourself. So of course it's a little to you, but to a single mom with 3 kids, $100 goes far. $10 goes far. $1,000, that's like they won the lottery. So And I love his housing policy, as I said. He says, well, we should take all the old buildings that we're not doing shit with and turn them into housing, affordable housing, rather than making construction contracts and for them to take years and we still have a housing problem. So anyway, you can love Andrew Yang, you can hate Andrew Yang, but either way, even if you don't want to vote for Andrew Yang, or if you're meh about him, you should not like what the media is doing. You should not like the games that the media is playing. And you know what? It seems like New Yorkers aren't. Because apparently, I know they smeared him for not being Asian enough and being anti-Asian. Well, guess what? He's at the top of the polls for Asian New Yorkers. Oh, and another poll has him at the top of every single demographic in New York City. Every single demographic in New York City. In New York. And look, if the media wants to ask him questions about why did you leave the city during the pandemic, do you know what a bodega is? Do you know what a New York coffee tastes like? What's your favorite New York pizzeria? What about the restaurants, huh? Okay, fine. But none of this shit. This is stupid. And again, people love Andrew Yang because he's a good guy and he brings energy into the city. And after a year of lockdowns and death and destruction and economic destruction for everybody and Cuomo's nursing home death scandal, well, people want someone like Andrew Yang. That's how they vote. So, again, this is the media trying to do a political hit piece. And it won't be the last. It will not be the last. We will see this again. And it's just a shame. It's a real shame. So, there you go.